Can I swing one early? I want to ask you just off the top, and we haven't rehearsed this at all because we're going to talk about the games.
When have we ever rehearsed anything?
No, that's true. That is true.
Apart from your singing.
I didn't know Taylor Swift was coming up. I can assure you of that. Are the days of running around with an open checkbook gone? I'm looking at what, by all reports, what St Kilda are doing in them. I think, even though Tim Watson has taken himself out of the
news breaking,
there's a level of truth with what he's gone with the St Kilda scenario, and the big money being offered to Harley Reid, and I just feel like there's a couple of clubs that, if the checkbook's all you've got, I just think you're no chance of getting players anymore.
So you need to sell something other than come to us for money,
or have them leaving trauma. Like they've got to get out of where they are. I think they're easier to get, but there's got to be something more than money. Just money.
Have you observed what maybe North have done in the past with that space? And
Never worked.
That not working?
Never worked. It didn't matter how high calibre the player was. That in the end say, well, if you're this desperate, really, do I really want to go there if you're this desperate? I think in the end you say, gee, it's a lot of money. Should you knock it back? And TDK will come back at me strong, right? People say, but he's going for 1 point. Yeah, it's got to a level that's just ridiculous. He's not that player, but I think you've got to build you've got to sell the whole footy club.
So would that have been a question you would have liked asked of Ross before he shut the press conference down?
Well,
I would think that would be a good question.
It's not really a Ross question. It's just a discussion. Is the perception of St Kilda throwing money everywhere? Is that unsettling in terms of being able to acquire one?
But I think that's a pertinent question to the coach and the impact that has on the playing group, which we are starting to hear about. They can deny that, but I don't think the journalists like Sammy Edmund are just pulling those stories out of thin air.
So do you think it'll cost them a player? Like a Marshall or a Wilkie or a Windhager?
Like Windhager, I'm a fan of Windhager because of what he means to the group. Not so much of... I don't think he's ever going to be an A-grade midfielder, Marcus Windhager.
You told me last year every team has a Windhager.
Yeah.
They were your words.
Yeah, they do. Like a heart and soul, hard worker, sets the standard on the training track. Teammates love him, would play any role that is asked of him, but he's never going to be a game breaker for you. So you can lose what he brings on field, but I don't think you can lose what he brings to the group, if that makes sense. Like an Atkins at Geelong. Yeah. Those types of
it's a good
players.
Comparison.
So
actually.
I would hope that they don't lose him, because that can be a devastating blow to the playing group and the camaraderie of the group.
Yeah, I think there's got to be a lot more to your pitch than just the checkbook. Hawthorn Bowl reports the way Hawthorn presented to Josh Battle. In the end, the conversation is not really about money. It's around the mark, and some sections will tell you that he actually took less to go to Hawthorn than to stay in the end. So
Saints fans are sitting there going, so other than the money, what now do we have to sell to the players? So do they would say, well, we just need to get one or two in, and then there'll be a flow-on effect for that. Then our performance improves, and then it's going to be easier to attract other players for different reasons, not just money, for culture, for performance, for hopefully playing in finals. But you've got to start somewhere. Where can they start now?
Yeah. I just look at what's happening with Harley Reid, and I just think clubs are falling over themselves to throw dollars at the situation where selling your club might actually be the best. I was going to play last week, the Adelaide Crows introducing their draft picks and how they presented those guys to the group. Didn't talk once about how they played or where they played or what they do as players. Talked about them as people. And I thought, what a great way to start. I might play it after the next break and reload that for you, but I just think there's really good clubs are doing things differently than just running around with checkbook.
Is it over for Collingwood?
Is it over?
If they don't win on Saturday night. Is this season done? And then the further question to that is the next 5 years done if this season is done?
Gee whiz.
Which is my belief. Like I think they are all in for this year. Their whole focus has been on 2025. And if it doesn't work out, there is a whole level of pain coming from this playing list that I don't think they're prepared for. what do you think about firstly this year, and if they lose against Adelaide, is the season over?
I think they've got pulling power to attract some talent.
Yep.
Like we're talking about Silvani potentially going there. I think that they'll be able to reload because they're Collingwood, right? There's a lure to want to go and play for Collingwood because they're one of the big clubs in our competition. So I think they'll be okay going forward. So I don't think it's over for a generation or anything like that. Okay, they may lose a few and they may have to make some tough calls. I think it's okay to go all in like this because the other side of the coin's a disaster.
Yep, I get that. I get that point of view.
You cannot recover from losing your defensive game. You just can't recover from that. So I'm looking at them with 2 weeks to go. I've never seen them as confused behind the ball as what I saw last week. Showed some vision on first crack of them. Almost having three guys within 15 metres of one another trying to play a zone defence or an assertive defence and just getting picked apart. So for me, I think they'll pay another price for that this week. It won't correct in 1 week. Howe's not going to be there, but Howe's not a one-man fix.
So if it is a loss to Adelaide, which is I don't think anyone's going to hold that against them because not many teams are going to go to Adelaide and win. But is the season in terms of winning this year's premiership done? Can you put a line through them if they don't get it done against Adelaide?
Yeah, I don't think they're winning the flag this year.
No.
That's what you're asking me. I'd have.
What if they happen to upset Adelaide? Would your view change?
Well, it would depend on how they did it. If they did it defensively and got themselves going defensively, you'd have to be impressed. But if they had a shootout and it was 120 points each, it wouldn't really thrill me. But we'll wait and see. But I don't. I think Adelaide are going to pack too many punches for them.
Yeah,
forward of centre that'll make their back six look a bit rattled again.
All right, so 3 changes for the Pies. Parker, McCreery, Allen. I think they're cooked now. I do. There's too many spot fires in their game to be solved with 2 weeks left in the season. You need to be in a lot better form than what they are in. And they're paying the price of the demographic of the list that they have gone with. And I guess their lack of star power through the midfield and behind the ball.
So it's a really good question. So you get Dan Houston. And I heard Chris Scott during the week, and sorry to take you off beam slightly, but he talked about Bailey Smith. He expected to get a 7 out of 10 player, and they got a 10 out of 10 player. On field, off field, wherever you want to talk about him. And I know all the talk at the moment is about his private life, which is unfair. And he was just saying, he's just having a casual conversation. We got overs. So when you get the one that's unders, so Dan Houston, they were expecting an 8 out of 10 player to come
We all
in,
were.
and they got a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
So everything gets stressed because you're out of sync. You haven't got what you purchased. So that can correct next year, but you would think it's going to battle to correct this year.
In the gun coming up, but DeGoey's got to put his foot down as well. He can't be a 12-possession player. He just can't. He's got to impact the
Needs
game.
a bit of time, doesn't he?
This
This is the challenge of the short prep.
Exactly. But so they rushed him back in.
No, I don't think they've rushed him. They've taken adequate
So if
time.
they've picked him, they need more than 12 possessions and very sporadic performance.
I just think it's almost an unfair situation. Not many players are able to come back in.
So don't play him.
Well, you got
Get
to
him
play
right.
You have to play him. He might have 5 big minutes that win you the game, win you a big.
That's
final.
what I'm asking.
But he's not going to have 25. He's not going to have 30.
No, but he's got to.
He's not.
There's got to be there's got to be a bigger impact.
He won't deliver.
Yeah,
on.
I know. But you watch the game, you go, DeGoey's playing. Okay, I didn't. Yeah, that's how you feel when there's DeGoey. He's playing, is he? You need more than that. That's how I felt on Thursday night. DeGoey's out there.
I feel like saying welcome back. Well, I don't know who I was talking to for the first hour this morning.
Come on, let's go.
No, I agree with that. It's the whips are cracking now.
Like when Jake Stringer was playing, he's got the hammy now. He was giving you a lot more than what DeGoey's giving you. A lot more impact. That he's got to be that. He's got to. Okay, I'm gonna for an 8-minute stretch of this game, I'm gonna just take it by the scruff of the neck. I'm gonna kick 2. I'm gonna ham one off. I'm gonna throw my weight around. I'm gonna lay a big tackle. I'm not expecting him to go and play 80% through the midfield and have 30, but I'm expecting impact, and that's got to start Saturday because they don't have enough star power in this group.
I think that he should be pigeonholed to the forward 50. He shouldn't even be in the midfield. The only reason in the midfield is because he got too many blokes in there that are plotters.
What about centre bounce forward? Like we're saying a bit like he.
No, I just don't reckon he's got the juice to do all of
no
that.
juice.
No, well, he doesn't. He's on a limited prep. He's getting himself back into the rhythm of AFL footy. Maybe in a couple of weeks' time, first week finals, maybe he's back. Maybe he's back to that. I just think it's a fraction unfair to be doing it second week after the long layoff like he has.
I just want a good stretch of a game where you go, okay, he's out there, he's involved, he's impacting.
Big night for him then Saturday night.
Huge night.
There's players in the competition that I just would love to play for my life. If I had to choose one to play for my life, who would it be? And I just thought I'd get your thoughts because you can sometimes go a little bit lateral and a little bit different than I. So players that are current players, who would you have play for your
Sam
life?
Durham.
Sam Durham?
Yep.
I didn't have Sam Durham on
No,
my list.
well, because they're a bit off Broadway. They're not. They haven't had the success, the Bombers, but I couldn't be more impressed with his toughness and his courage and his desire. So that would be that. I'm just being honest. That was the first one that sprung to mind.
I did a list of 5.
What about for you?
I did Nick Vlaston. I reckon he's an
Okay.
unsung back with the flighter.
Yep.
I like the back with the flighters.
Yeah, I like the back with the flighters.
Matty Rowell, I watched a lot of
Yeah,
vision of
like
Matty
it,
during the. He's
like
just a
it.
killer at ground level.
I reckon just in terms of improvement year on year, I think he would be in the top 5 also. Who's improved their game the most this year for a
yeah.
different category?
Yep.
I like that.
We did that on first crack.
Did you?
Yeah, the evolution of a player.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
I
send it
missed
to
it.
you.
I
Yeah.
already sent it to
You'll probably listen to
you.
Taylor Swift or
The
something.
last thing I want to do is reheat your soup.
I'll put Worrell in there early. I know he hasn't played a lot of footy yet, but he's a back with a flighter. And sometimes when I watch him play, you know those players you hold your breath when they go,
Yeah.
he's going to get hurt here.
He's not only
He's
a
a
back
hold your
with a
breather.
flighter, he's a chase down tackler.
There you go.
He is a all in. You know, some players, they half chase. They like get the head wobble and they want to make you think
I
that
did a
they're
bit of that.
chasing hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I did too.
Yeah.
But he is a full on chaser. I'm all in rundown tackler, and he's had some big ones this year. So I also agree with that.
I put Tristan Sherry. He just likes hurting people.
Yeah.
He's just a brute. And sometimes I look at him and think, did he just do that? Did he just make himself look clumsy like that again? He's just I'd love to play with him and play for my life. And I still think, this is why I had the discussion, I still think Libba is my number one. But the way he plays, he's just the perfect teammate. He's not the best player in the competition, but I'll tell you what, if you had to say, we're going to send him out to play for my life, you know what you're going to get.
I think I'd have to have Zach Butters in there as well.
Zach Butters, yeah.
Is,
You're in love with Zach
is
Butters
for me.
today.
In the gun, last week you had Brisbane's midfield.
How'd they go?
Aged pretty well from you.
You know, I tell you what, there's been some wickets had in the gun last couple of weeks. You went with Craig McRae, didn't you?
I put the middle stump out the ground last week.
Got him.
With Craig McRae started Dacos on the bench, and he thought it was cool.
Yeah.
You reckon it'll be cool to start him on the bench on Saturday night?
I don't think
I
he'll
don't
start.
reckon.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he'll start on the bench. I don't think it'll be cool to start him there again on Saturday night. In fact, if Nick Dacos starts on the bench,
Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm here for. What do you do?
you know how there's that running track around the Lexus, the Holden, whatever they call it. What car sponsor are they now?
No. You know,
The
no.
AIA Vitality
No,
Centre.
I've got a better one.
No. Well, you didn't hear what I was saying.
Go.
Budgie smugglers, pink ones, with my running shoes on, with white socks pulled up to my knees, and a Nick Dacos.
Collingwood
What
socks.
numbers he wear?
I want Collingwood socks, 35.
A 35 Guernsey and 20 laps.
You know that bloke that
20 laps around if he starts on the bench
you know
Saturday night.
You know the guy that's in Ibiza that they keep showing on the socials who's got that funny haircut?
Yeah, I do.
It's the undercut.
And the fake teeth.
I
Yeah.
want you to get the undercut. If Dacos starts on the bench, you get the undercut.
That's what's happening.
Can you get the undercut?
Pink smugglers, my Hoka running shoes, some Collingwood socks pulled up to my knees, and a 35 jumper on, 20 laps.
I'll fly.
20 laps around the running track at the
Please.
Holden Centre.
Please
the
do it.
AIA Vitality,
I don't
whatever
think
we're
he's a
calling
baller.
it.
I don't think he's a baller fly.
Anyway, he's in the gun for Grays.com, Australia's leading online auction marketplace. Who's in the gun, Kingy?
I'm putting Briggsy in the gun because I think Kieran Briggs has had a so-so season. And can I borrow the weaponry,
course you
please,
can.
for a moment?
Of course you can.
Yours has got a lot of scars in it. I think he's had 4 good games for the year. Twice against Geelong, he was good. He was good against Essendon in round 19, good against the Hawks earlier in the year. But he's up against big Jared Witts, who's having a sneaky good year. Now, I know he won't be in All-Australian discussions because there's been better performing ruckman this year, simple as that. But he's playing some high-level footy. And I think if Briggsy doesn't bring it, their season will be on the going.
That was a bit gentle.
Gone.
Just a bit
Sorry.
more vigor.
Yours has more meat.
Chris Fagan's my guy. He's my man, but he's in the gun.
Hang on.
He's in the gun because once
get
again,
back.
he's been very loyal at the selection table.
Too loyal?
And I can't question him because he's got the results in the past.
He's in the gun. This is what
He's
we do.
He's in the gun, but he's got the results in the past, and he's gone with Charlie Cameron again when I think everything suggests that Charlie needs a spell in the VFL. He had a negative rating by your boys at Champion Data on the weekend. He's outside the top 300 players in the game. A few times this year, he's been in the negatives. He's been goalless 9 times, but Fags has gone with him again. So there needs to be something from Charlie Cameron. So half Charlie, half Fags. Half and half for Grays.com. There's another wicket. They're both in the gun. The Grays.com, Australia's leading online auction marketplace. It's easy to buy and sell with Grays.
What about Eka?
The Big Easy, is
he there?
He lives in the gun. The Big Easy is loaded in the gun.
He sleeps in a chamber.
You want to have a listen to something Daisy Pearce had to say? Here it is.
I just can't help myself sometimes when Charlie or Ella or someone's got the ball, Lou Painter, call out to them and have them kick the ball at you. Just the power and the speed and the way that the game moves around you when you get to stand there and be a close observer as the coach. It's like a different sport. And these guys have achieved that in 10 years. We as an industry and competition and all the work that's gone into the talent pathways and grassroots has achieved that in 10 years. It's in a great spot and it's only going to keep getting better.
Well said, Daisy. I love Daisy. I think she speaks great about our code and where this competition, AFLW competition, can go. Give it a chance, is all I'm saying to people out there. It's a different product. It's not the same as the men's comp. Just appreciate it for what it is. And it has improved. They do look more powerful. They do look like they're looking more athletic year on year and more capable of taking contested marks and kicking big goals. So give it a chance.
I agree. Said this last night with Jared, so at risk of reheating my own soup, but there's a new audience this morning on Fireball. I don't want.
I would have loved to.
I don't want the AI agent on another channel.
That's all right. Reheat away with
putting the sort of algorithm and then spitting out the. I nearly got assaulted by saying that Jack Gunston is a Hall of Famer on Thursday night by one of my own colleagues. I'm not going to reveal who the colleague was. It could have been anyone.
Why would that
could
be
have
a
been
problem?
Hamish, BT, Hodgie, Abby. Could have been anyone. Could have been Beck, Mitch. Is that a problem for you? Jack Gunston is like.
Why would it be a problem? Isn't it a positive thing to be talking about players like this?
It is. But
why would you be upset with that?
Some think that, and rightly so, the exclusivity of the club is for the absolute pinnacle.
Yeah.
But I think he is a Hall of Famer. I just wanted to get your thoughts.
I agree.
Were you not offended by me saying that?
Definitely not. I'm all for it.
Good.
And where does Luke Bruce sit?
In.
Can we congratulate Luke on an unbelievable career? 3 premierships, 2 All-Australians. He's been one of the best tackle breakers that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He just shakes those hips and they're gone.